Welcome back to the City of Palms podcast. Thank you for watching, viewing, and subscribing.
Thank
Episode 84. Is that right?
84.
84. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing, honestly.
And if you don't have time for podcasts, go to the social media channels. We got shorter content.
Oh, we got highlight clips. Subscribe to our TikTok. We got TikTok coming soon.
We got them as short as 15 seconds, 1 minute, 3 minutes, 6 minutes. Any time frame.
Basically anything you could ask for, dude. And we're only going up from here, dude. We got guests, dude. We got some great guests coming.
Very excited for these next few months.
Stay tuned. Tap in with your boys.
But today, it's just me and Danny. How you doing, bro? And Gohan.
Wow.
Hey, Gohan. Gohan, come here.
Wow. You like that?
I don't know what he's barking at over
He
there.
thought you were talking to him. What's the matter, Gohan?
Yeah, it's because I said it's just me and Danny. He's like, who am I? Who am I? Gohan.
Gohan, chill.
We love you too, dude. You want to come sit with me? Hey, thanks for protecting us, dude. Thank you. No one is getting in this house with you here. Thank you. I always try to tell him that. Because he's just trying to help. He just hears someone. He's like, hey, hey.
No, but I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing good. I've been sanding a lot of drywall at work, so my eyes are like, man, I've been shoveling out like.
That's gotta be the worst.
You can see white stuff in the corner of your eye, and you can like shovel it out, and it's literally just drywall dust.
It's
that's
like that
accumulated.
when I paint without a respirator on. There's sometimes like my nose will get like nose like caked with paint.
Yeah, that too. You're pulling
Hate
pulling white stuff out of your nose from
That must
drywall
feel
dust.
horrible for it to like dry up in there and just like
It's rough for the next couple days for sure. Yeah.
days.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's deep up in there.
Oh yeah, dude. Yo, yeah. Spitting out. Oh, it sucks. No, but I've been good. Yeah, I've been good. Aside from the 9 to 5, it's been solid, man. I've been going hard in the gym. I've been eating right. Cut out soda, man. I really did cut out soda. I can't believe I did that.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Your triceps are looking big too.
Thanks, dog. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pushing weight. I can see the improvement. Like we were touching off air a little bit. It's hard for me to actually gain weight. Like I'm just feel like I'm moving too much, not eating enough. I'm trying, but it's like burning too many calories, and I'm not taking them in. So, I mean, I'm trying. I'm doing good, but it's I'm like seeing the improvement I'm seeing is in the weight. You know, I'm lifting more and more weight. So that's cool. That's good. I want to pack on size though, dude. I really want to pack on just a little bit.
Have you thought about documenting it at all? I know like the gym is usually a therapeutic experience where you go to get away from everything, but like I feel like you could document some of that, some of your workouts and like how you are improving. Cause like I've learned from you, just learning like how you split your sets and how you like push yourself as far as the numbers of the weights go. I don't really do that, and I feel like that's super helpful.
Yeah, I mean I've thought about it, but I first like I don't know. I feel like I recently heard like on a TikTok that shout out Jack the Italian. This is where I heard it from. But he was saying like it's like anyone in the gym that's like a legit like lifter, you know, is basically like, yeah, I mean they got body dysmorphia type, because I mean they're gonna hate their body to an extent because like once you stop, dude, you look at yourself and you're never satisfied. So I'll always be like, yeah, like maybe I could sell this, and then I'll just be like, well, I'm not there yet, like I'm not ready yet, you know, because I'm like, to me, I haven't accomplished my goal, which, you know, my goal is to be like 165 or whatever. And but I know as soon as I get there, it's gonna be something else. You know, you're always striving for greatness, and you never look as good as you do at the gym. You know, with that gym pump and everything. So you're striving for that. You know, it's like it's kind of crazy when you break it down. It's motivating though, dude.
Mm-hmm. And I've thought about
to do better.
I get like, especially with TikTok, usually like a lot of the content creators that really pop are ones that. And Instagram too. It's like the people that have already done so much awesome stuff. Like, you know, you follow TikTokers who are like totally huge and shredded, you know, and you want to learn from them because it's like, I want to be like that. Like that Crystalia guy I follow on YouTube. Dude's like got the best physique I've ever seen. And he's like not giant. He's like how I want to be, looking like superhero type. You know what I mean? Like Super Saiyan looking dude.
Yeah.
And I get like if you haven't achieved that yet, you feel like you shouldn't. I don't know though, because I think people also really love watching like the journey, you know what I mean? the journey of like growing, like seeing that process happen, seeing you go from like what you look like now, because you're in really good shape, but like I already know like in 2 years or whatever what you're gonna look like is gonna be, unrecognizable. And imagine someone who's followed you here because they think like, oh damn, that dude's like lean and shredded, following you, and then 2 years they'll be able to look back and be like, bro, I remember watching him whenever he was putting up like 200. Now look at him, like 250, like 260, whatever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
But it is about you first and foremost. And if like I said, the gym is kind of like a therapeutic thing. You go to get away from everything. So having to like think about videos and like documenting it, it's like adds a whole nother layer to it. Could be unenjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it'd be cool. I think for me, I need to learn how to edit really, because I would like to make cool videos, like cool gym edits, kind of not necessarily like oh, work out with me, like do
like tutorial
3 sets
type
of 10.
stuff.
Yeah, like I would kind of tell them, kind of go into detail like of what I'm doing, but then just do like a fire edit, of like transitions and stuff of like with a nice like
vlog
DSLR
type stuff. Like do a vlog of like your life or day or whatever, like what Bree does, and then do a montage of your gym session.
Yeah, like
that'd
once
be
I
sick.
get there, yeah.
I could see you doing something like that. Especially because your days are just gonna keep getting cooler and cooler. Like everything you do is so watchable. Like it's so cool to like the things you do with your 4-wheeler and working out and everything. I feel like it's dope to watch.
Thanks,
so 4-wheeler doing good?
Yeah. I actually took it out the other day and I put the GoPro on the back of it and just rode around for a little bit. I got the clip on my camera because I was gonna chop it up and just put it on my story. Yeah, it's cool. I was trying wheelies for a little bit.
Yeah.
In it. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to making more skate edits too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so
Yeah,
much
skate
fun.
edits are fun. I want to skate soon, man. I wasn't able to skate this weekend, and I haven't been able to skate this week yet. I've been really like going hard in the gym, and then I didn't know if we had a podcast today. Kyle hit me up for veterans, and I was like, if I don't have a podcast, I'm down. But then I'm like, nah, because my legs are hella sore because I hit legs yesterday. So I'm like, they're gonna be sore tomorrow. I might be able to skate tomorrow. It just depends. It might not be that sore. But yeah, no. Let's get into some things, man. There's some things that I've been listening to today in the past couple days on. Well, I guess it might be old news by the time this airs, but so some stuff that recently came out. I don't know. Maybe I should Google it to get the full story. Basically, a snippet came out. Of Meek Mill, something Meek Mill said. Have you heard about this at all?
No, I haven't heard it all.
So like a snippet came out. Some Meek Mill said. He was like I don't want to butcher it. He said like I always something about. He basically said something disrespecting Kobe, like something chopper related. I got my chopper like I'm Kobe, or going down with my chopper like I'm Kobe.
Oh, like too soon.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, too soon. Because I mean. I think it's real close. Like the year anniversary just passed or whatever.
Yeah.
But so it's just kind of, I think it's kind of messed up. Also, the way he came on, I think he could have like came on and been like, "Yo, that was a leak. I was just freestyling in the studio. It came out like wasn't really supposed to like, it wasn't getting put in the song.
It was just a freestyle. That's how it came out.
I don't know. But I'm saying he could have probably like saved it. Saved the heat by saying like, yo, it was just a freestyle.
Yeah.
But he came out and said like, oh, you all are believing internet, whatever, y'all stupid. Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, it's kind of.
And it was audio of him saying it.
Oh yeah,
that came out.
Yeah, it was a snippet. It was a snippet of him and I think Lil Baby. Well, it was on the song together.
Yeah, that's tough, dude. That's a whack bar.
Yeah, I don't know to the full extent. I still fuck with Meek Mill, like. Yeah. He's actually in a movie. You ever seen a movie he's in? It's called what's it called? Charm City Kings. Yeah.
No, I've never heard of that.
It's good. It's like a dirt biking movie. It takes place in Baltimore. And,
I feel like you told me about this.
Yeah. Like kids are ripping on like dirt bikes and 4-wheelers. It's about like this street bike gang, and they rip around on dirt bikes and stuff like that and 4-wheelers on the main road, and yeah, they recruit this like little kid into their gang, not little kid, but teenager who wants to like get started up in it. Yeah, it's cool. So you see him, but Meek Mill is in the gang. He's riding like he's like the mechanic too. Yeah, Meek Mill's the mechanic. He teaches the guy how to like fix up the bike. He teaches up the kid how to fix up his first bike.
Oh, and he's into that in real life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are him and Nigel boys?
I don't know.
I feel like him and Nigel are like friends or something. I feel like I've seen them on each other's Instagram. Or
Yeah, they
something.
probably linked up. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun, man. You gotta, dude. Riding a dirt bike, driving a dirt bike, 4-wheeler, will change your life. For real. I've said this before, but it's like, it's so exhilarating, especially being on the trails. Like, that's what I like. Like, driving on the street's cool and all that, but going on the trails and just going out in the middle of nowhere, like you got your camelback on your back and you're just sliding through the woods and sliding through trails.
Adventure shit.
Super fun, yeah. Especially the place I go. I mean, they got one trail that's like 8 miles long, dude. Takes you like 2 hours to get through that.
What?
Yeah. It's hectic.
Man, speaking on like on that Meek Mill situation and like whack things people say, should we touch on the Crystalia news?
Yeah.
Crystalia update?
Yeah.
You posted a video, dude.
Yeah.
When I got that text from you, I was like,
Had you heard it before?
No, because I was at work and you sent me the screenshot and I was like, yo, I got to listen to this right after work so that like me and Danny can talk about this on the podcast. And then I broke down and I saw it was only 10 minutes. I thought it was a podcast, but then I saw it was just a 10-minute video titled, It's Been a While, right? It's just called It's Been a While.
Yeah.
And
Either
so I
that
just
or
went
it's
ahead
been
and
a minute.
I just went ahead and watched it. And what was your initial thoughts when the video started?
I knew exactly that's what it was going to be. When I saw it was only 10 minutes.
But I mean, like, because whenever I first listened to it, he first started saying, y'all can go listen to it if you want to. It's on his YouTube channel. But, so I'm just going to paraphrase. But he's like, starts it and he talks about how, you know, every relationship he's been in or whatever has all been legal and consensual, like he said in his statement originally. And that's how he started the video, was like, that's what I'm sticking to. Like, that's the truth. So that's what I'm saying here. And I thought that's like what the main point of the video was going to be. So I was a little let down because like I was just like, oh, okay, he's just posting just to be like, I'm back and I didn't do any of those things, so we're good, you know, just kind of like a half-ass apology, kind of like PR move type thing.
No,
but then the second half,
know,
dude,
yeah.
he gets into it.
Yeah, no, I think dude, honestly, after that, dude, I think I gotta say I got respect for Crystalia for to come out and say that. I mean, to point out his flaws like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's it takes someone real. You gotta be real. So you gotta be real to do that.
Yep.
And I mean, it's not easy. You know, he was even saying like his girl now or his fiance, you know, his baby mama, whatever the situation. I don't know if they're still together, but to even happen with her, how like he's just like fantasized sex. Or
and when he
porn
said he's like, I've cheated on every partner that I've been with, and it makes you think, like it makes me think back on his career and stuff, and like his wife, like the divorce with his wife. He was saying like he pursued, that's when he pursued comedy, but it was probably, I mean, obviously there's more to it than that. It's not just like that's the only reason they split up. But now it makes me think like, damn, because he straight up said, he's like, I cheated on all my partners, including my fiance, like the girl that's gonna be the girl, like I want to be the girl of my dreams, you know, mother of my child. That's a lot to admit that on air to everyone, to all your fans, say I have this problem and like it's affected my whole life, and all that was evidence of like how it's affecting my life. And it's like,
I think at that point, at a certain point, it's the only way to truly move forward. I think that's what we said, and that's why too. That's why I can see like. That's why I can respect it, because
it's a problem.
It's a problem, and it takes a lot, dude. And my eyes are burning, dude. These cats in here, for anyone wondering.
Sorry, dude.
I'm allergic to cats, and my eyes are. Like...
I vacuumed throughout the week, and I even vacuumed while you were here. Like I was finishing up vacuuming, but it's just like, bro, having multiple animals, it's so difficult to keep up with all the hair. But I'm trying.
No, I appreciate it. No, but yeah, Crystalia, yeah. No, that's
what he did wasn't good. Like he even admitted like that was just kind of like trashy. He was just being
it wasn't good at all.
He was indulging in his vices, you know. He was just like letting it be, just like doing what he wanted to do.
Dude, I think at the end of the day, a lot of people are striving for that. Like when they're younger, they're like wanting to, not like that, but they're wanting to, you know, like get famous or get some sort of this or money so they can get whatever girl they want, or that's not a problem, you know, and they can have nice things to compensate if they don't get that. And like in Chris's scenario, what he explained was like that was his goal, is that he thought like if he could get to that like comedian standard, that high level of fame, that's just how it worked, because every celebrity does have like those fans, girls
Infinite
that are
DMs.
like, yo, yeah. And he said he responded to every single one of them.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Yeah. Not even that like it would happen, but he was just so, like obviously he wasn't meeting up with every single one of those girls, but the fact that he replied is just like the fact of how like much this like demon was in him, just like, yo, like reply, because it could be something, and he's fantasizing that, and it's like it runs deep. But yeah, I mean,
and it's like when you have an addiction, like if you're addicted to sugar or something, and you just fill your fridge with like cheesecake or whatever, you're probably gonna have a hella cheesecake, despite like it's bad, like you have this addiction, like you're probably gonna eat hella cheesecake just because it's there. When in his situation, he had that addiction, and to be famous and to have infinite opportunities of fulfilling his desires, it's like, bro, the temptation is just a click away, and he just succumbed to it and just did whatever he wanted to do. But yeah, it's really cool that he admitted it, and like you said, that's like the first step to really getting better. And I don't know what he's gonna do as far as comedy and the podcast now, but I hope he's growing, dude, because he's definitely learning. Like you could tell from that conversation, like he's definitely been working these months that he's been gone.
What's crazy too is like Netflix and everything took all his specials off, so you can't ever watch his like specials.
Oh, I didn't know that.
From like like if you search Crystalia on Netflix, nothing comes up. So that's I don't know, like that's like kind of that's crazy. I mean, what happens in that scenario too, as like how do you come back from that? Like where do you drop your next special?
Is Louis C.K. back?
I don't know,
because what I
never knew anything about that.
He's got a totally different like cancel situation. In my opinion, I think that it's like much more severe than Crystalia. Like they were both just being weirdos, like addicted to sex and shit. But I think he's back. Like I feel like he's already performing again, Louis C.K. And I don't know if his specials are out anywhere or whatever, because he's funny as fuck. Like he had great specials on Netflix, but they're all gone. And I don't know what he's doing now, but I feel like I saw something from him recently. But if he can come back, then like Crystalia's got an uphill from here.
Wow. Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully he gets over it, Hopefully he keeps improving, keeps growing himself.
Yeah, what was that one guy that just recently died that was like a scumbag that everyone's like,
oh, Rush Limbaugh.
Rush Limbaugh. What did he do?
I don't know. I don't know enough about it. He was some sort of figure in like the media and politics.
What's weird is Chris stayed silent for a long time, and he just recently came out, like we said, dropped that video. He was wearing, I seen this thing, I don't know where I even seen it. He was wearing a thing, the shirt he was wearing, the green plaid thing, same shirt Theo Von had worn, and I don't know in what video, but what I do know is that I listened to Theo Von's podcast too this past weekend, and he recently came out like a couple weeks ago, I think, and was saying how how he's sober, and like he's been advocating for that. He relapsed like during like quarantine or whatever. Yeah, he ended up relapsing, and he relapsing on a bunch of stuff too, and he spoke on that, came out publicly, and like he hid it for a while from like his listeners, and then he like came out and said like, yo, look, here's the situation and everything. And then Crystalia comes out and says it, like, following Theo's footsteps. It's cool to see, like people of that, like, I don't know, that can like held to that regard, that have a lot to lose, come out and say their flaws. Because it does take a lot. But I'm wondering, because how they had that rival, like like rivalry, like little rivalry, like podcast rivalry. I'm wondering if they've like if they're still boys. And he's like, yo, like, look, I'm gonna apologize. You should come out and like you could say it too.
I don't know.
Like,
I wondered that too with all that comedian circle. It seems like, because I don't know enough details to.
Nobody said anything about it. Like, and none of his friends, like,
I thought they did. Didn't Brian Callen? I thought I saw a YouTube clip where the title was like...
Yeah, I think they did, but, like, I don't think...
Theo Von?
Like, Joe Rogan, like, and none of these people that had him on, like, had him on a lot. You know how Chris did, like, all these podcasts,
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't hear I didn't hear much.
Yeah, I feel like I did see at the time it was all happening. I saw YouTube videos with titles like Bobby Lee speaks on Crystalia, like Brian Callen speaks on Theo Vaughn speaks on.
Yeah, but it was just the average, like, oh yeah, you know, he wasn't doing none of that when I knew him.
Oh, you're right.
Bro,
yeah,
touch on it, bro.
Yeah.
Touch on it, you know?
Yeah, and it seems like that whole circle, like a lot of stuff's going on, and it might all just be behind the scenes. But like Brian Callen left Fighter and the Kid, and like that whole podcast is different now. And are Theo and that Schaub guy, are they still doing? Was it the two of them, or was it Brian Callen doing the Stinger and the
King and the Sting?
King and the Sting.
Yeah, I think they don't do it. I don't think Theo does it, but I think a couple other people do. I know this guy. I think Josh Wolf does it.
That's weird for like a podcast to switch
right?
hosts.
I know.
And I even saw a couple days ago Brian Callen was on Fighter and the Kid, and all the hosts are different. There was 3 dudes at the table, and Brian Callen was the guest, and I was like,
wow.
huh? It's weird for like imagine if we just had like different.
Wasn't Brian Callen one of the hosts?
It was his thing. I thought it was like his podcast, Fighter and the Kid.
Who knows, man? Could be a record label.
That's true. Yeah.
Like a record deal podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? They ask us to run it. We're like, no, we're good.
Yeah, dude. But earlier we were talking.
Should take a break real quick, actually.
You want to take a break?
Touch a break, yeah, real quick.
All right, we'll get a break in, and then we'll be right back for part 2. Enjoy the ads.
Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by Anchor.
Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast?
When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had a lot of questions like, how do we record an episode? How do we get our podcast on all the apps people like listening? How do we make money from the podcast?
And the answer to every one of these questions is simple. Really simple, actually. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use.
And now, Anchor can match you with sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid right now. In fact, that's what we're doing by reading this ad.
And see, I got mad love for Anchor because we are... How long are we into this podcast? A year and 8 months?
Yeah.
Almost. We're gonna be coming up on 2 years soon.
Yeah, dude.
In fact, next month will be 2 years. And I gotta say, 2 years to this date, Anchor is the only ad that's been rocking with your boys. So.
And we've never had a complication.
No, never a complication with Anchor.
We got it out every Monday.
They really are the greatest distributor service that we could ask for.
So if you've always wanted to start your own podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start.
I can't wait to hear your podcast. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the ads. So yeah, I got some news, man. So my boss told Dad, you know, I work with Dad, big surprise. That he's trying to retire in 5 years.
Rodney told Dad that?
Yeah. That Rodney's trying to retire in 5 years. So I was like, Dad, look, I got you. I'm going to retire you with the podcast. So listeners, watchers,
So go ahead and subscribe.
run it up. Do your thing, bruh. Let me retire my dad.
Oh, because you're saying Dad's not going to know what he's going to do after that happens?
Yeah, and I don't think he should need to at that age.
No, yeah, for sure. He should definitely be on his way to chilling.
Yep, I think we can make it
We'll
happen.
get him a boat.
I think we can make it happen. Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day, like how much that would mean to like do something like that for Mom and Dad.
I know, right?
Get them a big ass boat, go on an adventure,
For real.
pirate ship.
That'd be sick. How you do it? Yeah, that'd be sick. We could do it. We could do it, dude. If we can do it, dude.
Imagine if that just like became their thing. Like if they did get a big ass boat. and then they just like we're always out on the boat like on weekends. Like, where's mom and dad? Oh, they're out in Sanibel.
Look, because I'm thinking, if you're a company out there and you want ads on a podcast, hit us up. We can come film a nice little video in your venue and
Can
in
you
your
do
company.
that? You can do it if you can do it, but if you can't do it,
We can edit
can
it.
do it.
We can edit it. We can air it on our YouTube, on our podcast, on our audio podcast for an ad. We can even have different packages. One for strictly video on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. One for strictly audio for cheaper.
because you got to think, even being
We're in our bag this year.
even in being in one audio episode, we get, I don't know what our exact like frequent listener number is,
We
but
ain't
like
got our numbers out there.
we don't got to throw numbers out there, but people listen every week. There's people plural that listen every week on audio platforms, and then there's people
plural.
yeah, not just a person, people plural,
Yeah.
and that
There are
watch
many people.
that watch the YouTube videos. You just go ahead and look on the YouTube channel yourself. You'll see the views, and even if it's not like a million view video, think about like how many people you think hear a radio ad or a billboard. You know what I mean?
Not a lot.
Yeah, probably not a lot of radio.
Nobody now.
Yeah.
When was the last time you listened to the radio?
I was listening today because my phone was dead. But that's the only reason.
Why was your phone dead all day?
I don't
That's
know.
what we can stop and talk about.
I need to get a new phone, first of all, because I love Galaxies and stuff, but like I'm kind of leaning on getting an iPhone. I don't know yet.
Make
but
the switch.
it's just the battery, dude. Like I don't know what it is. Probably because of how long I've had it, but like last night I plugged my phone in and the charger screws up. It's one of those things where like no matter what the charger is, the port is like messed up, so it like falls out so easily, and it can just like barely get nudged out, and then it
Android
doesn't
problem.
charge. Yeah, and so last night I
Might have a lot of dust in it. You try to blow that thing out.
yeah, and so I put it in. That could be it. It could just be hella dirty. I don't know. But I plugged it in last night, and I always have to like look at it, and like once I put it down, like not touch it, and I have to look at it, make sure the charging key like the dialogue is on, and just be like okay, and then I'll go to sleep, not touch it. But I have like a shelf above my bed where I put my charger. So like if Gohan moves or like if I accidentally like move in my sleep and like nudge it, it could unplug it. I don't know. I didn't think that happened, but then when I woke up, I was like looking at my phone in the morning and it was at 26%, and I was like, I just woke up and my phone's at 26% battery.
That's the worst.
And so I was like, oh, I gotta plug it in before I leave to go on the adventure with Gohan, and I forgot because I made breakfast and stuff, and then when I left, it had like 10% battery, so I'm like, this shit's gonna die while I'm out with Gohan. And then while I was out with Gohan, I was trying to take pictures because he was just being so cute on the hill, like while we were hiking around, and it died, and that was at like 2 p.m. So it was dead pretty much all day.
Yo, yeah, dude. Yeah, you might want to like take some canned air though, or maybe not canned air. Just take like I would take tape, and roll it so it's like sticky on all the way around. Like make like a cone, like reverse little cone, and stick the sticky side like in there. Try to like pull out any dust that's in there.
That's true.
It'll work, dude. I'm telling you. Or canned air. Just get canned air and like blow it in there. Only thing is like, you don't want to blow any. That's what I'm saying. Do the tape first, because you wouldn't want to blow any big chunks like into your motherboard or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that thing is in there. Yeah, but that happens all the time. Like even on my iPhone, like one of my old iPhones, that happened, and I had to take it to U-Break iFix, and he was like, yeah, we do this. I'll get it back to you. I was like, how long till it's done? He's like, give me a second. Walks around. There you go. It's probably gonna charge. Like literally, like he just blew it out with like canned air. Yeah. It's like wow.
Charge you $100.
No, I think honestly he did it for free.
What?
Yeah, because I think he was like, yeah, it's just like this happens.
Yeah, and on top of that though, I think this is because of how long I've had the phone, but the battery dies insanely quickly. Like sometimes I can watch it going like 1% down.
Oh, it's an Android problem.
Yeah, like it dies so quick, and I'm just like, this ain't gonna last.
What Android? What phone is that? What is?
At the
Galaxy.
time, it was the newest one, so I think it's the.
At what time? At what time?
What?
At what time was it the newest one?
2
You
years
said
ago.
at the time.
No, when I bought it, it was the newest Galaxy that you could get. I think it's the
but how long?
S9 Plus. S9. I think it's the S9 Plus.
Dude, don't they have like a 22 now?
They went Xbox.
Aren't they on
it.
like the 50?
No. I think I don't know, but I feel like they have like something way high up number, but it's because they jumped. Because it's only been 2 years since I got the 9, and now they have like I think they have one that's called like the 20 or something like that. Because they went like Xbox, where it's like
a Galaxy
Xbox,
Ultra
Xbox 360,
20.
Xbox One.
That thing's got like 4 cameras on it.
Yeah, they're just gonna keep adding cameras till it's a DSLR. That's kind of why I want an iPhone.
No, it's just gonna have the back of it is gonna be all cameras, all lenses, little ones.
You have every lens you could ever think of. You just have to program them all and update them all the time.
And hold your phone like this, and
hold your phone with both hands
by the cameras.
And if you drop it, a camera lens will break. So.
Every time you drop it, at least one lens breaks.
No, but you ever think about that? Like how many people, even if like 10 people listen or watch our podcast, that's 10 people that see whatever ads are in the podcast, and like. That's kind of valuable, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe not 10 people, but like
10's a low number. We got more than 10.
No, we do, but even
Let's
10.
give it up for
but
ourselves.
even 10 is like that. I feel like that's how businesses look at marketing. It's like there's certain ways that businesses advertise that I'm like, why would you even like how many people even see that? But it's the fact of if anyone sees that and chooses to like get that product because one person like saw it and decided that's what they needed, then they won. Even if one person, all that marketing money they spent, like even if one person's converted or whatever. And I feel like that's why podcasts have so many ads like that. Like Joe Rogan has so many ads, dude.
Yeah,
it's like an insane.
Yeah, he's got an insane amount of ads.
So does Steve-O, the podcast I was talking about with Steve-O, and he'll like stop the episode like twice to like he does it creatively because they'll be talking about something and it'll be like, oh, remember that big road trip you went on? And then he'll pause it and like record separately and be like, I'm gonna get into that road trip and it was pretty sick. But first, if you're taking road trips, you're gonna want this product. And then he like talks about the thing and then he's like, now let's get back to him talking about that road trip. And then it goes back into the episode. It's cool how he does that.
T.I. is the GOAT for that. He'll literally be like, I'm gonna butcher this example, but he'll be like talking with someone and then be like, all right, man, like they'll be talking about something and he'll be like, all right, man, wow, that's crazy. And then like, wow, that's crazy. And then his ad start with, all right, man, let me tell you something real quick. And then it's like him, and then it's him. So you think it's like, you think it's the podcast.
Chris Roberts does the same thing, you notice? You can usually tell because the quality of his mic, like I feel like he really adjusts the gain and everything.
I want to talk about that, dude. When this man does ads, I almost can't listen to him. I think he runs an ASMR like filter.
No, yeah, he's got that gain cranked or something.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's like when he says peanut butter.
It's every ad.
Yeah,
I think he does it because like we had the one guy on and he was saying like people like that stuff.
Yeah, and that so radio voice is attractive.
Well, think about an ad too. Think about an ad. If you don't like ads and you generally skip them, but you like ASMR, you're probably gonna listen to the ad because it's like
that's true.
You like it.
Yeah, so and most people do get that that goosebumps effect or whatever when they feel, you know.
I'm not gonna do that for my ad. I'm gonna run it just like this.
We're recording it from the phone. These mics aren't even on.
You don't like the sound of this? If this ain't ASMR, I don't know what to tell you, boy. I don't know what to tell you, boy.
But yeah, Chris Roberts does that where he'll like, whatever they're talking about, he'll start the ad with like, just a second, Tommy. Tommy Sandoval.
Oh, I know, right?
Before we get into that, Tommy, let me tell you about peanut butter whiskey. And then it's like obviously recorded separately, but like he records it so it sounds like he brought it up to the guest, which is creative. It's cool though. That's better than just being like, we gotta stop for an ad break. Later.
Oh, I know, like we fucking do. We suck, dude. You're about to talk. I'm like, what?
But we're only getting better. And the thing is, like we the ads are for us. Like the ads are ones we make for us. But like it would be. It's a lot different if like we're working for companies to promote them. That'd be dope.
Is that cat still laying next to you?
Yeah, but
I hate you.
He's not moving.
My eyes are fucked.
So there's no more cat hair in the air than there was.
Dude, it doesn't matter.
All right, we'll wrap this up soon, bro. One thing I did want to talk about is I'm making a big step, dude, and honestly I'm scared, but I ain't letting it hold me back. Like I'm scared, but I know that this uncomfortable feeling I'm going to be feeling for a little bit is just going to, it's going to result in ascension, you know? I'm going to part-time in my day job. I'm not quitting, but like right now it's like full-time day job and then like, you know, art and the podcast and the business whenever I can. But I got to flip-flop them. I'm at the point where it's like my timing and scheduling is just like my day job gets in the way more than it helps as far as my schedule goes. And so yeah, I like did a lot of thinking, did a lot of planning, and I like just one day I was thinking about it and like leaning on it, like, yeah, I should maybe plan to do that pretty soon, like this year. But then I just brought it up to my boss the other day. Now I've been thinking about it more and like freaking myself out a little because it's different when like the like business you're trying to bud is now needs to flower. It has to, or else I'm not gonna get my bills paid. I gotta like return my car or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good, dude. That pressure, like we say, pressure builds diamonds, bro. So I feel like if I'm at the point now where my day job will not make me enough money, it means I have to create stuff. I have to get monetized on YouTube. I have to create videos that are going to make me revenue. I have to come out with new paintings. We
got to get some money off the podcast.
But I feel like it's what I need. It's like what needs to happen right now, just because of how, like, I've been feeling like held back. You know what I mean? And I think this will be the one thing, even though it's going to be uncomfortable. It'll be a moment where I have to put my plan into action. You know, because I spent so long. Been listening to so many podcasts, reading so many books, and just like trying to educate myself, trying to get more of like a solid game plan, solid business plan like going. And it comes to a point where you have to act and you have to like do the things. And sometimes people get so caught up in like, well, once I have the fund, or like once I have the money, you know, once I have the schedule I need, once I have the time, once those things happen, then I'll take action. For right now, I'll just like keep plotting, keep taking notes, keep making lists. And I'm bad about that. Like I'll just make hella notes and hella lists, but like it comes to a point where you have to fire, you know what I mean? And you have to trust that the plan you just came up with is going to work. And maybe it won't, but that's all right, you know? Cuz I that's what I realized too, is like it's not going to be the end of the world, even though it'll get way more uncomfortable if this doesn't work, but I strongly believe that it will work, and this is like what I need to do in my life as a human. This is like what I need to be doing for the world. And so it only makes sense that like now my day job is just going to be like a base kind of way to make some money, and then my whole week is going to be dedicated to my passions, you know, like the things that I want to be doing with my life.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Yeah, honestly, congrats on that, because yeah, it's going to be huge. Like you said, like that's the fear that a lot of people have, is taking that leap. Not having enough for bills, and having to, you know, give up your car, or, you know, not have food, or, you know, whatever. And honestly, I feel like the real truth is, you know, and I obviously struggle with this too, I'm bougie, but a lot of people can't live below their means. So like a lot of people want to complain about their financial situation, but they go out to the club every Friday or Saturday.
Yep.
Or they
set a budget.
Or they go out to eat.
You'll set a budget. And then throughout the month, you just won't even like adhere to that budget. And it's good to like
Get
write
away
down
from
all
me,
your
cat. I can't breathe.
It's good to write down all those plans and numbers and stuff, but it's like you really have to put that plan into action the way you say you're going to. And yeah, I just feel like it's the pressure is going to be good. The pressure is what's going to make it work, because when me and Kyle went to
get out of here.
When we went to Apollo Beach the other day, we were talking about we skated, we like met new people around that city and everything, and it just got me thinking, like with my art and grip tape and whatnot, it's like there's so many things I could do, and a lot of them are still out of reach, because like I do need to grow a little bit and like get the schedule and the means to make it happen. But a lot of the things can already happen. They can already like I can just start doing them. I don't have to be afraid. I can just do it. And now it'll get to the point where, like, if it comes the end of the month and I'm, like, 100 short on, you know, paying bills, I have to get that $100. There's no option. You know what I mean? So it'll be like, okay, now even if I have to stay up all night or like, you know, go straight from work to, like, a skate park and just sell grip all day to make that $100, it'll work, dude. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. And that's what I did, is I wrote down... A while back, I wrote down in my like quantum notebook, I wrote down what I want my schedule to be in 5 years, or no, not even in 5 years, but just when the plans come to fruition, when all this shit works, the plans that you and I have, and the things that we don't even really talk about, like the grand scheme of things, where we want to be in life. I was thinking, like, what is my schedule going to look like at that time? We talked about this the other day on the podcast, but like I literally wrote it out. I wrote out like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it's like if I have the job I want to have the like resources I need, have everything I want to have around me. Whenever that's fully there, what's my week gonna look like? And I literally wrote it out like I write out my schedules now, where it's like from these hours I want to be doing these things. For these days of the week I want to work on those things. Like these days I want to go skate, and like these days we record the podcast. I wrote it out as if it was already my schedule, and that's kind of how I'm taking it from here. Like I'm starting with what I have, even though I don't have all of the things I want to have eventually. With what I have now, I'm planning out my week so that, I'm just trying to like build a roadmap. Basically, I'm trying to build a roadmap to where if I keep this schedule for the next year or two, then like I can't even imagine how I'm going to be able to move forward. Because then at that point, it'll just keep growing and keep increasing until it all happens.
Yeah, it's true. No, that's the goal.
It's scary though.
Yeah, it's scary.
Because there's so much doubt at all times.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And especially because it's art. It's not like a trade or something where it's like stable, I guess. Like, well, no, what I meant is like art is, we're so self-critical about art, and whenever it's someone buying your art, it's like someone kind of like buying pieces of your soul, like things you created because you thought that it was like cool or good or sellable or whatever.
Yeah, there's also stuff you can do, like, I mean, I know you already know, like Uber Eats and stuff, but like, if you're short a little bit.
Yeah. And that's why I'm confident too, is it won't,
like Uber Eats.
It won't just be, because already off of art sales, that's what got me thinking like I could probably do this, because I make, looking at like the amount of income I get off of my creative projects, I'm thinking if I added like another couple hours, if I had just several more hours a week to work on it, then that will increase. I know it will. Like that income will increase. And as an artist, there's multiple avenues of revenue. It's not just art sales. There's so much that goes into it, and I won't even we won't even break it down because we're getting to the end of it. But I'm confident. I know that it's gonna work. And that being said, like follow the journey, dude. Like we were talking about with working out. It's entertaining because I don't think I'm the greatest artist or like greatest skater or the best at anything really. I'm not like very great at anything, but I guess what the purpose of my content, I want to be to inspire someone to like do it themselves, because I'm trying to just live the life that I always want to live. I want to be able to work out every day. I want to paint all the time. I want to skate with you and me, and I want all of us to skate together all the time for as old and until we're old, and I want to inspire, and people watching that process can be entertaining in itself, even if you're not like the best at like painting or doing the best skate tricks. Some people just like seeing that on my vlog. I said, hey, I really want to kickflip that stair set by the end of the year. Like, so,
right.
And then when I go skate, the way that I skate, it's very methodical. The way I do everything is very methodical, to where it's like, I want to kickflip that huge stair set at the end of the year. So like when you see me skate in skate parks, you're going to see my method of like kickflip that 5 stair 20 times tomorrow. You know what I mean? And then like do 100 kickflips on flat or something, because that's how I go about it. That's how I make myself confident enough to go to the 15 stair and say, all right, kickflip right now.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt, because I've done it so many times.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of what I want to do. I want to just continue to like do the things that I love and publish it, whether or not anyone's watching. Like hopefully, because I already get people that like will comment on my stuff or see me at the skate park and say like, yo, like I see everything you do, and like someone was talking to me at Veterans the other day about working out and like fitness and skating and conditioning yourself for skating, and like that means the world to me, dude, because it's not like they're looking at me as like, because I'm not in that good of shape. I'm like in okay shape, but like I'm not shredded or with this big bodybuilder guy. But he just saw that I was trying my best and that I got over my knee injuries because I tried my best. So now, like, someone else, if something happens to them, they could keep me in mind and be like, well, that guy Brian did it. That guy Professor Shred did it. So, like, I can do it too.
Yeah. And
that's all I really want in this world. Have my bills paid, do the things I love, and inspire others to do the same.
Yeah, it's a lot of people out there, dude. You gotta grind and gotta execute. You're doing well. You'll get it.
Thanks, bro. And follow the journey. You can find me everywhere on social media. Professor Shred I got the website, got the YouTube channel, Professor Shred everywhere. It's really easy to find. And like I just said, I'm going to be doing it whether there's an audience or not, because this is what I want to do with my life.
Yep. And you can find us at City of Palms Podcast, anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Because this is how we do it. This year we're in our bag.
Yeah. I can't breathe, so we're going to get out of here. Tell you next time you gotta put them damn cats away. I'm allergic to cats. We found that out on this podcast, so thank you guys for learning that with me.
Did you see the freestyle that dropped last Friday? If you saw Spark Twain's episode, actually, I guess this will be a couple Fridays ago. Check out that freestyle.
Twerk Spain.
Yeah, Twerk Spain.
Spark Twain. Yeah.
It was dope though. It's a little 4-minute video. You can go check it out on our YouTube channel. Different than the podcast.
Enjoy our highlights on our YouTube. If you ain't got time.
We got some shorter content on TikTok.
Shorter content on TikTok.
We'll bring it to you everywhere.
Everywhere. IG. Everywhere.
And if you are a business, you know how much we love Southwest Florida. You know how much we love this community of creatives and entrepreneurs. And we want to shout you out. Just hit us up. We could work something out, you know. We are in our bag this year, but we also do this for the love for the culture.
Yep. That's fine.
It's been a great episode, dude. It's always good talking to you.
Hit him with that outro, Sorn.
Yee.
It's always good talking to you, too.